Hi, I'm Mrs. Indiana Petite Caitlin Fisher with Crown Her Story, and I am here with...
Hi, my name's Izzy Mackiewicz, and I am your reigning teen Indiana Petite USA 2026.
And Izzy has agreed to answer some questions because we are now crowning her story. She has been a wonderful person in our community here down south. We've done so much together, and I want to share everything about her. So let's go ahead and start. You just said your name, and tell us what you do in our community.
So in our community, I have created something called the Crowning Hope Movement, and it is all about fighting against hunger and homelessness and encouraging volunteerism across the nation through the movement that I've turned into, which was originally a platform that I created for my pageant journey. I turned it into a movement, and I've collaborated with so many amazing women, men, and pageant queens all across the nation, some of the states including Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arizona, Hawaii, New York, just to name a few. And I did not create Crowning Hope just to be connected to pageantry, because for pageant queens, a lot of the queens connect their platforms or movements to their pageant journey. I created Crowning Hope to be its own entity and its standalone movement. So even after pageantry is done, then Crowning Hope can still live on. I can still be the leader, but I can also get other leaders of it. But overall, the Crowning Hope movement is my movement that I created for fighting against hunger and homelessness and encouraging volunteerism. And through it, I've gotten to work with so many amazing organizations such as the Evansville Rescue Mission, Tri-State Food Bank, Echo Housing, Feeding America, the Ronald McDonald House, and so many more to name.
Beautiful. And what inspired you to begin this work or your journey?
So in high school, I did a lot of volunteer work, especially with hunger and homelessness, like charities. Feed My Starving Children is another one to name that I recently worked with for my sorority last fall. And I just became very passionate about volunteering and giving my time and going into my pageant journey, which I'm very new with pageantry. I was very passionate about volunteering with these hunger and homelessness organizations and helping to raise awareness all across the world, how global these issues are and how they may seem small, but they're not small, and how a small impact can make a big change.
It's beautiful. What does a woman of impact mean to you?
To me, a woman of impact means, per se, volunteering and making a change, not only in her community, but in the world. Like, a woman of impact works with other women, such as in pageantry, per se. A woman of impact would be a queen working with other queens to make a change and impact on the world. And not in pageantry, a woman of impact makes a change on the world with other women as a community. And the community of women work together to change the world, whether that's opening up volunteer opportunities for other women, whether that's opening job opportunities, creating jobs, just creating a leadership and a voice for women in the world.
That's beautiful. Who is a woman that inspired you the most?
I would definitely have to say my mom. My mom is a retired lawyer now, but she taught me so much growing up. She made a huge impact on my life, and whenever I wanted to start getting into pageantry, she was my biggest supporter, being all go for it, helping me fund me doing pageantry when I needed help, giving me advice on like how to smile, how to walk, how to talk. But she's definitely someone that I look up to and still look up to this day. I'm still learning new things from her every day, and she really has made a change and impact on my life, and I really am happy that I take after her.
Oh, we love our moms.
Yes.
What challenge have you overcome that has made you stronger?
I would definitely have to say living with ADHD and facing, like, per se, I'm trying to think of what the word is, like not really backlash, but like pushing back from ADHD, because people like to joke about ADHD and people may be like, oh, I have ADHD, I'm hyper, I'm crazy. But ADHD is a really serious mental conflict that you have. I know in my personal life, it made me not feel like I would fit in. It prevented me from making friends. It prevented me from doing things that I wanted to do. So in early childhood and a little bit going into middle school, I do know that my ADHD really was a roadblock for me for achieving some of my dreams and wanting to achieve my goals. However, when I transferred high schools, I found the right community and right friend group, and they embraced me, and they didn't see my ADHD. They saw me for who I am, and so that really allowed me to overcome having ADHD. And for October this year, it is ADHD Awareness Month, and I do plan on running a program or a system to raise more awareness about ADHD and explain what it is and how it affects someone's lives. And I can share my own story about how it has affected my life, but I've really overcome the conflict of having ADHD and how it makes me feel like I don't fit in with people, but now I feel like I fit in with people because of the community and the friendships that I've made with others.
I definitely feel like nowadays it's more known as like a joke or something that everybody seems to have.
Absolutely, but it's not. It's very serious.
It is very serious.
And it's something that really needs awareness about. And so I'm really excited for October of this year when it comes around, that I can share all about ADHD. I can share my story, and I can share what it actually is, and that it's more than a mental disorder or a mental condition. It is a lot more. It definitely gets in the way of normal life, but I've really overcome that.
I can't wait to see what you do in October with that.
Thank you.
What do you hope your legacy will be?
I really hope for my legacy, I really hope that the Crowning Hope movement can become something bigger than what it is. While it is a national movement now, I would love to make it international, and I would like it to be like its own organization. Like, it would be cool if it could get turned into like a business or like a full-on website where millions of people access it and use it to help fight against hunger and homelessness. But I also hope for my legacy that I leave behind how much I have made an impact on the world and how well I work with others, because I've worked with so many amazing women just in the last two months of 2026. Really, I really do not think that I would have been able to make an impact like this when I was younger. I had no idea this pageant journey was in store for me until May of last year, essentially. But I really hope that my impact with the Crowning Hope movement and how I've been able to change our community and the world so far really leaves behind a trail for those wanting to follow, and that I can pass the torch on to those wanting to follow along.
Beautiful. I love that. What advice would you give to young girls, like younger than you, watching you today?
Definitely be yourself and don't let others control what you think or what you do, and definitely be a trailblazer for those wanting to follow along. Again, with my story of ADHD, it really pushed me back in my younger years of my life, and it really did become a roadblock. But as I overcame that, I felt like I can do anything. I mean, I'm an 18-year-old in college now, and I'm planning to be a physical therapist in the future. But definitely my advice for young girls, do not let others define who you are, and just be yourself. Being yourself, for me, got me to where I am today. I have so many amazing friends. I have such an amazing community. I go to a great college. I'm in an amazing sorority with a bunch of sisters. I'm a pageant title holder, and you're my sister queen. I've gotten to meet you through this pageant journey, and this advice really has helped carry me through my life, per se. So definitely be yourself and do not let others define who you are.
That's great advice. I follow through that with my own children as well.
Yes.
So, especially with my oldest, who is autistic and ADHD as well, and discovering herself. And she's turning into 6, so it's a very young age. Okay, so give us something that people may not know. Give us a fun fact that you haven't said it yet. Tell us something.
I've shared this fun fact a little bit, but I don't think many people know, but I have visited 24 countries outside of the United States.
That's a lot of countries.
And they've mostly been on Disney cruises, which is something that my family and I absolutely love. I know my mom and I, we are huge Disney fans. If we could go on a Disney cruise or go to Disney every year, we could. We are a huge Disney family. But through Disney cruises, I've gotten to go to so many amazing countries across the world and travel, and it's been amazing to see the sights. Like, I've been to places like Italy, Greece, Virgin Islands, Aruba, Jamaica, and the Caribbean, Barbados, so many other countries that I'm probably not naming. But I absolutely love to travel, and we are huge Disney parents, and we have been on about 9 Disney cruises, I believe, total. Our next one will be our 10th. And so through Disney cruises, I've gotten to travel all across the world and see so many amazing cultures and sights, and all while being on a Disney cruise and seeing Mickey and Minnie almost every day and eating Mickey-shaped items like waffles
Everything.
and Mickey bars and ice cream.
Everything Mickey.
Absolutely, but I love Disney cruises, and it's something that I really enjoy doing when I get the opportunity to.
As you know, we are a Disney family as well.
Yes.
A huge Disney family.
Yes.
We haven't, unfortunately, never been on the Disney cruise, but it's been one of
You
my...
should go.
We're planning on it
They
someday.
are very fun.
My dream is to visit Greece one day because I'm a big Mamma Mia
Absolutely.
fan and ABBA.
Yes.
So everything, just Greece and
I
the Greek
believe-
gods and goddesses
I believe
love.
we drove on the road that's like in the opening scene of
Oh, I
Mamma
love
Mia.
that.
I'm pretty sure we drove on that
You'll
road,
have to check back and look.
which is so cool.
I love that. Okay, when do you feel most confident or empowered?
I would definitely have to say I feel the most confident and empowered when I'm working with other women, because we are a community and a sisterhood in pageantry, and working with other women and sister queens really helps me feel like I'm making a change and a difference in the world. And other women, lift you up. Excuse me. They lift you up and they make you feel like who you are. They make you yourself, and they make you feel like you can change the world and make a huge impact, and that you can do anything. And so I would definitely say when working with other women, pageant queens or not, I've worked with so many amazing women who aren't pageant queens, which is absolutely amazing. But definitely working with other women makes me feel very confident and very empowered.
I love that. That's so great. Okay, my last question for you is, can you finish the sentence for me? Women's history is being written when?
I would say it's being written now through the new generations and what we've been doing to make a change and impact on the world. I know both you and I, we ran that Crowning Hope and Hand and Heart Project food drive, and we worked with so many amazing queens and women across the world, and that right there is history that was written, because we made a huge impact and donated so many food items to Tri-State Food Bank. And I'm running a program as well right now called Petite Empower, and I'm working with so many amazing Petite USA queens right now. I've interviewed Miss East Coast Petite and Elite Miss Mid-Atlantic Petite so far, and they are some of the most amazing women that I've ever met. I loved hearing their stories and like what they do and who they are. And I have so many other amazing queens that I'm interviewing throughout the month of March, and through interviewing them, their stories are being told, are being shared to the world, and showing how we are making a change. And through my program, I'm emphasizing Women's History Month and showing that we are not small. We make a big impact, and we have a huge role in the world. And so I would definitely say that women's history is being written now through what we are doing with the Petite USA system.
That's beautiful. I know, and we kind of collided in a different, same brain, but different
Right.
concepts. It was kind of funny. I was like, oh, it's kind of like the same thing, but in different versions.
Right.
It's like a teen version and an adult version. I love it so much.
Absolutely.
Our misses and teens were two of the same kind. And that's all I have for you today with my questions. And thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah, of
I love
course.
sharing everything that you've done so far with your state title. I know this is the
Thank
first
you.
national pageant. And,
Absolutely.
being that my second coming back to Petite, I'm so happy to share this sisterhood in our state with you.
Yeah.
So.
I've absolutely enjoyed working with you. I've enjoyed working with all the other Petite USA queens who I've worked with and reached out to. And I would love to work with even more petite queens than what I have. So if you know that you haven't worked with me but would absolutely love to work with me, whether with Crowning Hope or just alone, just collaborating as queens, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I would really love to meet so many more amazing women and Petite USA queens, so do not hesitate to reach out to me.
I definitely agree with that. She is wonderful, so don't hesitate. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.